What's up, YouTube? This is LJ, and today I'm gonna do a video and give you updates on the NBA off season so far. Because I know once I make this video, something else is gonna happen. The NBA has been kind of busy. These teams have been on some real, let's move some stuff around and see what we can get stuff. The first news is Christian Woods. The Rockets traded Christian Woods to the Mavs. I don't know how that's gonna work. Christian Woods can be a good player at times. He has shown that he can be a good player, but we'll see. Damian Lee left the Warriors to sign with the Suns. He signed for a 1-year contract. I think he's better than that, but I don't understand. You know, that might have been his only option. Jeremy Grant, he got traded to the Blazers from the Pistons. And here's one of the more ridiculous trades of this year. Rudy Gobert, he got traded from the Jazz to the Timberwolves. That's all right. But listen to what the Jazz got in return for Rudy Gobert. The Jazz got 5 NBA players, Patrick Beverley one of them, and on top of that, they got 5 draft picks. So for the next 5 years, not 5 years in a row, because it's like a year or two within there that they don't mess with them, they have 5 draft picks. So for 5 years, the Timberwolves will not have a first round draft pick. They giving it all up. Not 5 in a row though. Also, Timberwolves only get Gobert. That's it. I don't think that's a good trade, but you'll see. Because every the last 2 playoffs, he's been exposed in the playoffs that he can't move his feet. All right, move on. Kemba Walker, he got traded again. He got traded to the Pistons. He's done, or he can't play anymore. Kemba still got game, man. It's the system. It's the coaches in the system. We'll see what he do with the Pistons. But DeJounte Murray, the Spurs finally traded him. He was supposed to be the next in line after Kawhi Leonard left, but to me, I never seen him make enough strides in the regular season. He's consistent, but he got good defense. He really need to step his offensive game up. The Spurs put the ball in his hands last year, and he showed up in the playoffs, but not all the time. So we'll see. The news that I'm kind of happy to finally hear, the Nuggets. That team has a lot of loaded talent, for real. But unfortunately, they don't show up in the playoffs. So they finally traded Will Burton, and they traded Monte Morris to the Wizards. So we'll see how the Wizards do. They might get it together once they get to the Wizards, because Burton stayed, he injury prone. He one of the reasons why they wasn't doing well, because they relied on him, and he's been hurt this whole time. I don't think it's been a season where he hasn't been hurt. John Wall, the Rockets, in my opinion, the Rockets should have used John Wall last season with all that young talent around him. They should have used him, but they didn't. So he agreed to a buyout. He bought out his contract with the Rockets, and now he's signed with the Clippers for 2 years. Let's hope that Kawhi Leonard and Paul George and John Wall can stay healthy to see how far they can go. This should be interesting with that team. Everybody already know about Kyrie Irving opting in to be with the Nets, but he probably gonna get traded. And when he opted in, KD asked for a trade, so KD is gonna be on the move too. Kevon Looney, he resigned with the Warriors. He's the only player that played he's the only player on that team that played every game this year that the Warriors had. Regular season and playoffs, he played every game. JTA1 Toscano Anderson signs with the Lakers. He leaves the Warriors. Lonnie Walker signed to the Lakers. He leaves the Spurs. Victor Oladipo. He's better than he's had the opportunity to have the last 2 years. Hopefully he can get back on the healthy track, because he really was on a rising star. Hope for good things. He signed a 1-year contract to come back to the Heat. He should be somewhere getting some playing time, so hopefully he gets some. Joe Ingles, he left the Jazz and signed to the Bucks. GP2, aka Gary Payton II, he left the Warriors and signed to the Trailblazers for 3 years. Malcolm Brogdon, he got traded from the Pacers and now he's a Celtic. Might help with that PG spot, because Marcus Smart Marcus Smart, he'll play good at times, and then sometimes he'll be having brain farts, and you'll be looking at him like, what is he doing? Yusuf Nurkovic, I hope I said that right. But Nurkovic, he resigned to the Blazers for 4 years. Now this one puzzles me because lately he's been injury prone. When he's playing and he's healthy, he is a solid contributor, but I don't know about 4 years. I don't know. I'm kind of confused. We'll see what happens. Otto Porter Jr., somebody I think I wish would have stayed with the Warriors to help them coming off the bench. He left and he's now signed with the Raptors. He got a 2-year contract with the Raptors. I hope all the best for him, but I kind of wish he would have stayed to help with the bench. He was one of the more solid contributors this championship year for him. But he's gone. One to Scott Anderson is gone. Gary Payton is gone. Damon Lee is gone. It's going to be interesting to see. Moody and Kaminga going to have to step up this year.